I stand before you as your governor to proudly report that the state of our state has never been stronger.
Tonight, Governor Mike Pence is calling Indiana the fiscal envy of the country. It's just part of his plan for a balanced budget that he presented during the annual State of the State address. RTV6 State House reporter Katie Hines has been covering this all night and joins us live with details. Katie?
Todd, Governor Pence credits a balanced budget, strong reserves, and the largest educational voucher program in the country. And he went on to reiterate his priorities, including several education initiatives. Those include more money for charter schools and vouchers. He says he'll continue to stand firm for the right to expand access to health care through the Healthy Indiana program. And Pence proposed writing a requirement for a balanced budget into the state constitution.
A balanced budget requirement in the Constitution of the state of Indiana will assure Hoosiers that today and tomorrow, Indiana will spend wisely, protect our state from an economic downturn, and unlike Washington, D.C., we won't bury our children and grandchildren under mountains of debt.
And Katie, we heard the governor talk a few times tonight about doing things the Indiana way.
We did, Todd, and one of those was education, another talking about that particular balanced budget and those strong reserves. He also pointed out contrast between state government and federal government on several levels. At one point, he said he's one person that 49 other governors in our country, the position they would all like to be in. And Democrats argue that Governor Pence was playing to national politics, talking more to a national audience than an Indiana audience. But Republicans say the governor was focused on Hoosier interests and the priorities here at home. Republican leaders in the House and Senate are applauding the governor's State of the State and his focus on education.
He didn't talk long enough or give enough statistics to tout the position that Indiana is in today as the fiscal and economic envy of the rest of the nation.
But Democratic leaders say they didn't hear enough in the way of concrete solutions to the problems facing Indiana.
The state of Indiana's problems are here and they're real. They have to do with the fact that we have low wages, we have wage stagnation, and we have an unhealthy state.
Republicans and Democrats are divided on the governor's call for a constitutional amendment to require a balanced budget.
If you look closely at Article 10, Section 5, you'll discover that it really doesn't say that we must have a balanced budget. It says that we can only have casual deficits. And prior to the Republican discipline that began in 2005, the state was pretty casual about those deficits.
It's a solution in search of a problem. We are all for a balanced budget, and we've had one for many, many years, going back into the 19th century. But he's simply saying those words for voters in another state.
And Republicans say that they'll work to write that language for the constitutional amendment in the coming weeks. Meanwhile, Democrats say they wanted to hear more about increased funding for DCS family case managers. Reporting live outside the State House, Katie Hines, RTV6.
Always good to hear everybody's take on this. Thank you, Katie.